local lash extension funnel for a lash tech here in Dallas, and we still haven't gotten any clients. So I'm like, hey, I should document this entire process. So first thing I want to do is show you the actual funnel itself, what it looks like, show you the numbers, show you the ads, how much we spent, etc. By the way, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of this type of content. So right now we're in the back end of our ClientMe.ai software, which is our funnel builder, booking software, automation builder. It's a CRM. So let's see. So I'm gonna go to edit mode. So this is the funnel. The funnel looks, in my opinion, looks very good. But logo, headline. So headline is just what we're offering. I just added this yesterday just to see if people are considering booking in its current form, but they have questions that we have not answered in the funnel. There's a video. In the video, we're testing this as well, where she's essentially just introducing her offer. So it allows her to build more trust by actually showing her face. Then right below that, we have the calendar. So these are kind of the most important things. So we want to put the most important stuff at the top. Then from there, like before and afters, this kind of explains what the deal is, more information about the deal. We probably could highlight this a little bit more, or probably put like prices associated with this. This doesn't really stand out that well. It just looks like more information instead of highlighting it because it's important, because this is what's included, and what's included will help more people book. Then before and afters. Then at the very bottom, reviews and FAQs. So as far as important information on the funnel, it's probably going to be a 10 out of 10. What's missing, in my opinion, but we got to work with what we have to work with, is more video content of before and after. Because obviously if someone's in the market for lashes, they want to know that you have the ability to do the work. So here's how you combat that, and here's how we're going to combat that. Since we don't have all of the content that we need, we have to try to compete on price. So if we can't compete on proof of work, what else can we do to try to make people take this risk or take this gamble? This is essentially what this is. We're running cold traffic, cold ads. So right now we're inside of the ad account. Spent a total of $75, and this is in the past 2 days. I started the ads the 28th, and today's the 29th. Okay, so 2 days. I put an accelerated $100 per day budget because I always tell y'all do $5 per day. You see here we're at $100 per day. I always tell y'all do five, because we're just seeing what happens. In our case, we need to see what happens fast. So imagine if we had a $5 per day budget and our average cost per click is $2. That means we're getting 2 visitors per day to the site. That's entirely too slow. Like, we need to see if this see what's happening and make changes as it's happening. Okay, so first thing, we've only been able to drive 37 clicks. I like to base decisions off of 100 clicks. Like, if we send 100 people to the site and no one books, that's typically going to be an issue with our offer, what it is that we're offering. So not enough traffic yet. But on the ad side, I was not okay with $2 cost per click. That means every visitor we get over to the site is $2. Now let's do some quick math. If I'm telling you I don't make decisions until 100 visitors, meaning we're looking for 100 visitors over to the site first before we make any decision. 100 visitors times $2.05 is $205. Okay, so why is that important? Our offer is $129. Do we want to exchange $205 for $129? Not really. We're gonna lose in that deal. So we have to see, hey, how can we get cheaper traffic? What can we do to get cheaper visitors over to our site? So it's inside of our ad data. This is why I tell you, hey, you should post multiple pieces of content because now you get to see. Let's look at the content. We have 4 pieces of content. So I'll show y'all what these look. Again, lack of content. We have to go with like AI solutions and a bad solution, and I'll show you why it's bad. This is so funny. Okay, this is AI, but it looks real. It's fine. Book your classic Lash experience. Only 129. Tap the book now button. So typically how I tell y'all set up your ads. Okay, let's go to number 2. This is proof, but this is probably not the best. I don't like the quality of it. Other than that angle, this is typically what like Lash content looks like. I don't like the angle and I don't like the quality, but again, we ran with it for the sake of speed and getting shit out there. So it's really not that bad, but it could be better. Then 3, this is an AI solution.
Beautiful ladies in Dallas. Stop settling for strip lashes, Dallas. Snag our classic Lux.
Now the only thing about this ad was pretty long. It was 45 seconds. So we probably could have come up with a better hook for this and a shorter video. But we let ChatGPT do their thing on scripts. But normally I would not script an ad like that because it's entirely too long. But I thought since it's cute, people like this type of content, they may sit there and watch a good bit of it. But we can look in the numbers and see that they did not. And this is the last one. So this is the best performing ad. So we test 4 different variations. This one stood out. How do we know it stood out? So we go to the cost per click column. What are we paying per click? So remember I said this one was the worst. Why do I say that? Because if we look at cost per click, it's costing us $3.67 per visitor over to the site. How do we get to this number? It's your click-through rate. So 0.5% of people click through on this content. And in reality, you want a 1% at the bare minimum. So we're half of that. So the lower your click-through rate, the more you're going to spend for that traffic. Low click-through rate just means your audience is not feeling it. Okay, let's move on. The baby video, same concept. We do have a slight bump in click-through rate. It is above a 1%, but I still don't want to pay $2 for traffic. It's too expensive. Okay, moving on. Now we're getting close to a 2% click-through rate, and $1 cost per click. I need this cost per click to be under $1, $1 or less. Let's see where we're at today. Because even at 100 visitors, let's say we're at like 80 cents. That means 80 cents per cost per click. That means we'll spend $80 to get those same 100 visitors. If we're spending $80 to make 129, I'm fine with that because we know it works. We just need to see what we can do on the ad side to lower our cost slightly, and what can we do on our website side or on our funnel side to increase our conversion rate. But I probably have to get into that in another video. Okay. But again, like I said, I'll be documenting all of this. So today, it's funny. This is why you don't prematurely turn your ads off. This was not performing at this or this when I turned the ads off. I think it was closer to like it was at above $2. So I killed this ad, and now after I killed it, again, it's early in the morning, so the ads have not even really gotten time to get to work. But I'm like, I don't want to pay $2 again, so I turned it off. Anyway, we're just gonna run with this ad for now. And what we may do is make another variation of this ad since we know it works. Maybe change the coat, change the phone color, or put a hat on the baby or something. Just because we know that the format works, let's create some more variations to see if we can lower our costs. So by the end of the day, we should have close to 100 visitors. Um, if we don't get any bookings, the next steps would be to tweak the offer. And that means we're probably going to knock like 40% off their price because when you don't have proof of work, but you have a really good offer, you still can get people to convert. So I'll make a follow-up video tomorrow. Again, if y'all new here, subscribe. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section. Thanks for watching.